was definitely a weird year to graduate high school, but nevertheless, I am done with it. So today, join me in celebrating my high school experience. Welcome to the final episode of dumping my homework on the ground and rolling around in it.
Hopefully you can see me. I'm gonna take the binder, and I am gonna go like that! Oh my, look at this. This is amazing, look.
Now, aside from all the amazing friends, teachers, and people who have helped me along my high school journey, I would like to give a special thanks to a few other objects that have helped me along the way. I've had this backpack here since grade 6. I used to lug this around with literally all my schoolwork in it and all my textbooks throughout grade 8 and 9, and it has lasted me since, and it is still holding out pretty strong. Good job, backpack. I have had these pair of headphones since grade 7 when I bought them for my birthday, and they have lasted me since. Yeah, I have really no complaints about them. All the pleather has flaked away from the ear bits, just like my chair is currently doing. They helped fuel my addiction to YouTube, so thank you very much, headphones. I've had this sweater ever since grade 8, and it still fits me. It is a testament to how little I've grown throughout high school. Look at that, still fits. Here is me in grade 8 with this same sweater on. Thank you, sweater. Alright, now normally what I do is I'll just kind of like dump it on myself like this, but considering this was just grade 12, you know, special year, maybe I'll try throwing it up and then trying to have it land on my head. I should probably make sure the binders don't land on me because that could hurt. Alright, let's do this. Alright, here we are. 3, 2, 1, bottoms up. That missed. Try again. This might actually hurt. 3, 2, 1. Oh gosh. Alright, here is the aftermath. Now let's roll around in this. What do we got here? This is paper. Let's go, paper. Go.
Hey, it's me, the paper man. Wanna buy some paper? I got lots of paper. Here, take my paper.
Take that, you evil fiend! And that! My attacks are not working. I must try another tactic. Get ready for paper clip! I'm afraid I must use my ultimate power! Paper Blast Overdrive!
Alright, here's the part where I briefly go over all the classes I did this year. So starting off, Bio 12. Really fun class. Biology is my favorite subject, and that's what I hope to study in the future. Chem 12. I had the same teacher as last year. Great time. Yeah, just all around good time in chemistry. And we didn't do the titration lab because le virus. Alright, Pre-Calc 12. I don't know, a good time. I did better in math than I have in the rest of high school. Normally, I do really well in math term 1, and then that term 2 slide just slaps me right down. And then I'll do a little better in term 3. But this year, I actually did pretty well all around, so I'm actually happy with that. AP English 12, This was a very fun class. I decided to pick it because why not? A lot of people were drawn into AP English because the previous teacher was apparently a really easy marker, although they left. And many of my classmates were kind of unhappy with how hard the teacher marked, but I'm totally fine with that because I think my writing improved like a whole ton. There were some guys in my class who just got away playing Snake on their laptops the entire time, so that was kind of fun. And my friends and I goofed off all the time. Good class, good class. And hopefully I did well on the AP exam. AP Art 12, that was fun. It was just regular art in class and then at home doing your concentration, that's the word. I did mine on mollusks, which are my favorite animal. I had a fun time doing it and I got it in. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care how I do on it. It was a fun thing to do. Band. I've been in band since grade 6. Playing the flute. Yeah, I don't know. It was band. Just having a fun time playing the music. Gustav Holst. Pretty good stuff. Choirs. Starting last year, I joined 3 of my school's choir. Well, I tried to join one and then I got roped into the other 2. And then this year, I was actually the section leader for the tenor and basses, which was kind of wacky. I'm definitely not the best singer in the tenor and bass section, but I was one of the older ones who had a little more experience, even though 2 years is not much experience. But yeah, hopefully I did a good job teaching my little tenor and bass friends to become better singers. And next year's section leader, I know he's a freaking music genius. He's gonna knock me out of the water. All right, film. This was a class that I was really excited to take last year. Although I don't know. Kind of a little bit of a letdown. Like the class was definitely paced towards the slower kids and a lot of kids just like did not do any work. If I had been smart, I probably should have taken Physics 12 instead of that just to help me out next year because now I have to make up for that. Yeah, French 12 for once. I had a different French teacher. For the previous 4 years of high school, I've had the same French teacher. And then this year we got a new one, and it was kind of fun. We did lots of plays, Le Barbier de Séville, and we got to make some masks, little paper mache. Good time. And then finally, CLC 12. I got some words for this one. Before they had a mandatory class for people to graduate, and I don't remember the exact name. It was like grad credits or something, grad transition. I don't know what it was called. It was something that you did off timetable. I don't really know what it was. From what I gather, it was pretty boring and like you didn't have to do much for it, which is nice. But then they decided to just give us a whole new class called CLC, or Career Life Connections. And luckily, they had the option to take it off timetable. That's what my friends and I did. We had it at lunch like once a week. Term 1, you had to do a whole bunch of stuff all on this website. The website was not very great, and it was essentially the same things as like Planning 10 was, but like a little step up ahead. It was like, learn about credit cards through this online banking game meant for children. Yeah, so it was not fun. Really glad I took it off timetable. Like, if that had been a full block of school, from what I heard, it was really boring. Yeah. And then as part of CLC, we had to do a big thing called a capstone project. So we had to think of a big project to do for our graduation thing. And this is all mandatory to graduate. Like, every student had to take this. So my capstone project, I was actually fortunate in that I had something that I wanted to do before this was even announced. And that was to establish a colony of mason bees for my school. So luckily I was able to do that. Yeah, one of my friends, his was like a musical theater club. He had been doing that previously, and like really you could do anything for the capstone, it seemed like. I mean, I'm glad I did it. Like the capstone definitely motivated me a lot more to do my project. Although I can imagine for students who just like didn't have anything in mind or like didn't want to do anything, this must have been like so awful for them. Yeah, and it's kind of this whole thing of, oh, you're a big boy now. You gotta go out in there and get stuff done. Make a project. Follow your dreams or something. I don't know. It was weird and not great. So while perusing through the giant pile of paper on my floor, I found one beautiful one. So at our school we have like homeroom. It only happens like 3 times a year, and twice is like the first 2 days of school. So like on the first or second day of school, we were given this nice paper right here. And on it we had to write my goal for this year. And at the top it says SMART, which is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. That is how you choose your goals. So there's a section here where you have to write, I will. So this is what I wrote. I will try to get accepted into uni, finish AP Art, and do some other fun creative stuff. Pretty good goal. And you had to write a time that you would do this by. So I wrote by sometime this year. I mean, it says my goal this year, so clearly I have to do it by this year. I will reach my goal by working hard, research, brute force, believing in myself, bribery, hopefully not crime, stretching, and deus ex machina. And now I will say I actually completed my goal. I did AP Art and I did some other fun creative stuff and I got accepted into university, which is very nice. And I did it by this year. It's pretty amazing. And let's see, what did I do? I worked hard for sure. I did some research, probably a little brute force. Believing in myself, sure, I did that. Bribery, I'm pretty sure I didn't do any crime. And deus ex machina, definitely. Oh, and here's a little visual representation of me reaching for my goal. As you can see, I took this very seriously. Now, due to physical schooling ending in March, my last moments at school in class were spent on the grass field along with literally everyone else in the school because some little turdlet decided to pull the fire alarm while I was watching Aladdin in French class right before spring break. Now, I'm not really the type of person to care about like big fancy celebrations like grad, so when it was announced that it was being canceled, my parents were a lot sadder than I was. Like, I'm the kind of person, like, if my friends are going, then I'll go kind of thing. That being said, my school did find a way to have a little grad celebration. So, like, they split, there's roughly 300 of us who graduated this year. They split us up into, like, groups of 40 based off last names. And then they, like, made the auditorium all nice and fancy. And, like, they did, like, grad ceremonies in there. And they had to do it, like, 8 times or whatever to get all the students there. And I don't know, I thought that was very nice. Although no one did bother to tell me that my cap and stole were just way out of whack when I crossed the stage, so a little disappointed in that. Now, when I was a little kid, I was actually afraid of becoming a teenager. Like, in school, they show you all these videos as part of, like, sex ed of what's gonna happen to you. Like, you're gonna grow, your voice is gonna drop, you're gonna become more hairy, you're gonna get genital stuff, and I was just like, ah! Like, I was honestly terrified that I was going to become some, like, horny, hairy, mean, and pimply, greasy creature. To be fair, most of those did come true. In fact, a lot of the things that I create, like this YouTube channel, for example, was, like, born out of my fear of, like, almost aging and getting older, because I wanted to preserve myself in the moment for who I was, and that's why I created a lot of the videos that I have created. And also I was kind of lonely and sad. That's also why I made my YouTube channel. Although now that I've lived through it, it's a lot less worse than I imagined. And now going forward into adulthood, I'm definitely a lot less afraid of what is to come to me and who I will become in the future. When I first got to high school, I was this awkward, lanky kid. And now leaving high school, I'm still a lanky kid, but I'm now slightly less awkward. I was quite terrified of, like, being judged by others when I was in, like, grade 8 and grade 7, but, like, I think over the years, through meeting, like, an amazing group of friends, I've just become a lot less afraid to express myself for who I am, and I'm really happy about that. Alright, so this is what I learned in high school. 1, to be a little more confident. I think that's a very valuable thing that I have gained through my high school experience. Number 2, that I don't look very good with long hair. 3, how to spell things. When I was in elementary school, I just could not spell in English or French. Words right how, please? Yeah, and then somehow, like, at the end of grade 9, early grade 10, like, it just kind of clicked, and I was like, I can spell things now. I would also do things all the way through elementary school until like grade 8, 9, where I would purposely scribble words that I did not know how to spell to make it look like perhaps I had spelled it correctly, but maybe not because it was too scribbly to tell. I was that self-conscious about my poor spelling. Number 4, I probably learned some math and science stuff, hopefully. I mean, I'm going into sciences, so. And number 5, can't think of anything right now, but I'll get back to you later on that. Alright, that was the finale of me dumping my homework on the ground, rolling around in it, and talking about high school. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Here is a clip of me in grade 6, I think, doing an interview with my mom, because I was really worried about my voice dropping and I wanted to preserve what my prepubescent little whiny gnome voice sounded like. So here is that. In 10 minutes I have to make lunch and go to work, so hopefully I can do that in time. Alright, thank you for watching, and wow!
Hey Christopher, how are you?
Fine.
How old are you now?
12.
And it's the end of summer, isn't it?
I guess so.
What's been your favorite part of this summer?
Probably going to Nana's.
Why going to Nana's?
I don't know, it's always so much fun and doing all sorts of other stuff and playing with the dogs.
Okay. So what'd you do this year at Nana's?
We went to this native center
Mm-hmm.
and we also had ice cream like almost every single day of the week. And we ate lots of pie.
Okay.
We watched TV.
Okay, so has it been a good summer?
Yeah.
And what's next week?
Maybe back to school.
And why maybe?
The teacher strike. And the government.
Okay. Trying to think. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I have no clue.
Okay. Favorite subject at school?
I like English and science.
Okay, English. Okay. Cool. And you're going into grade?
7.
Okay.
Hopefully the teacher strike stops.
Okay. Over and out.
Okay.